Welcome to Iberia Business Class. It's one of the cheapest ways to cross the Atlantic in business class. The ticket usually costs $5,500 for one person, but I only paid $765 by using a couple of unusual tricks. It's an insane deal. And in this video, I'll explain exactly how you can get this deal. But is Iberia Business Class any good? Well, watch the video and find out. I'm flying from Madrid to Los Angeles, a full 11-hour flight, and I couldn't be more excited. The Iberia Business Class cabin has 20 seats, 5 rows with 4 seats each. The cabin wasn't too big and it felt exclusive. There were 4 cabin crew serving the business cabin, which is an excellent ratio. Iberia don't have first class, so business class is their highest cabin. There were also 4 lavatories in the business class cabin, which is also a really good number for 20 passengers. I was sat in seat 1J at the very front of the aircraft, next to the window. Iberia have a staggered layout in their business class cabin. There is a cubby hole at the front of your seat for your feet to go. The seat reclines to a fully flat bed. Every seat has aisle access. The seat definitely lacked privacy. There's no privacy door, and I eyeballed the cabin crew every time they walked by. Now this doesn't bother me at all, but I know many people love their privacy. Iberia had a mid-sized TV at the front of the seat. You can use it from takeoff to landing. The screen was really crisp. There were also loads of English options to watch. Now me personally, I was too tired to watch any TV, but I made sure to press some buttons for this video, so enjoy. About halfway through the flight, I made up the bed. The bed was really nice. I also liked the duvet and the pillow. They were decent, although not super luxurious. I was really exhausted, having woken up at 4 AM to get to Madrid airport. But even then I couldn't get to sleep properly. Yikes, it's just how I am. I was able to lay in bed for 3 hours and get some rest. While I appreciated the rest, it's not the same as getting a proper sleep. That being said, the bed was really nice. The Iberia business class food was better than I had anticipated, although I'm vegetarian, so I am used to eating crab. For lunch, there were 3 options: veal steak, baked fish, and gnocchi. I didn't try any of these, obviously. My vegetarian meal started off with an excellent cold salad, with courgettes, fennel, and pumpkin seeds. The main dish for lunch was a vegetarian paella with mushrooms. This was also a solid meal. There was also a second meal before arrival in Los Angeles. For me, it was another cold salad. This was also good, but not exactly a proper meal. For everyone else, they had the choice of octopus pie or Spanish omelette. To be honest, they both sounded a lot better than my meal. When it comes to the drink service, all I have to say is, thank you, Iberia. The drink service started on a slight down note. Iberia served cava before takeoff, and not champagne. Listen, I'm not a big drinker. I wasn't about to waste a headache on cava, so I politely declined. This was a good move. Iberia offered the usual array of beers, wines, and spirits in their complimentary bar. Amazingly, they also offered Johnny Walker Blue Label. This is a super premium Scotch whisky. It retails for a whopping $250 a bottle. I had 2 large glasses. It was so smooth. I also had a chamomile tea after dinner. That was also really good. Finally, I had a coffee before landing. This was lukewarm and not nice, although I needed to wake up. Iberia had a pretty basic amenity kit, provided in a $5 wash bag. This was one bag that I definitely didn't need to give to my wife. In the 1980s, they used to provide amenity kits like this in economy class. When it comes to the booking, I got a spectacular deal by using British Airways Avios to book. British Airways have the same owner as Iberia. I booked business class flights for 2 people. Now, the cash price for these 2 flights was $11,000. However, I only paid $1,470 for both of us. Yep, that's not a mistake. I used 85,000 British Airways Avios, and I paid $620 in taxes to book the return flights for 2 people. Avios are the name of British Airways Air Miles. Usually, I would need to use 170,000 Avios to book flights for 2 people. However, I had a travel together voucher, so instead of having to use 170,000 Avios, I was able to use half that number at 85,000 Avios. You can get a voucher if you have a British Airways credit card. I purchased 85,000 Avios for $850 directly from British Airways. There's a link in the description. You can use it to go directly to British Airways and buy Avios for yourself. When it comes to Iberia Business Class, I loved it. I paid $1,470 for 2 people. That's insane. That's lower than the price of an economy flight. The seat was good, the bed was good, the drinks were great, and the food was decent. It's a great way to cross the Atlantic. It's a thumbs up for me.